So this is a person I don't know why I haven't talked about before, but I see his fucking face everywhere. I've seen a few compilations of his gaming. So DarkSydePhil um has had a recent crash out because people don't donate to him and this and that, and we've got a clip right here of him, you know, going after the people who are watching him. But this is a dude who pretty much sucks at every game he plays. I watched him play the new Pokemon game, Pokemon ZA. He can't even play that correctly. Donkey Kong Bonanza, like all these games that like children could easily pick up and play. This man somehow has fucking difficulty playing them. Whether it be Pokemon or Donkey Kong Bonanza. There was a clip that was going around at the time of him playing, was it Mario Kart World? I think that's the name of it, Mario Kart World. That one clip of him where he's got the mushroom and he's going through, instead of going around the curb, I think it's like a little sanded area, and he's going through it, and he gets hit by a blue shell. But if he spent more time looking at the game, he would have saw that he was in first place for a split second. But it hits him. He's like, what even happened? I wasn't even in first place. I was in third place. Why did I get hit by a blue shell? And people were like, Phil, you were in first place. It was like a split second, but it was enough for that blue shell to, and we all know how that feels, especially for me. I've seen that happen so many times, and especially when you're right there at the finish line. I'm like, right there. And guess what's come flying up behind me? You get hit by that blue shell, and suddenly you go from first to like fifth. So, but he's also the kind of guy who, I'm sure you've had these friends, where he starts sucking at a game, and he blames the game. He says the game is cheating. I don't know what. I pressed everything I was supposed to. The game fucking cheats. You know? I mean, I had friends who did that shit. I remember late nights playing Halo with my friends, and they were accusing me of cheating. It's like, oh, well, he must have put in code somehow. I'm like, yes. I put in the infamous John always wins code. I remember my first time playing Super Smash Brothers Melee. I was staying at a friend's house for the week, just for the night. And it was my first time playing Super Smash Brothers Melee. So we started, I picked Pikachu because if I'm Pikachu, you're not surviving. I kind of mained Pikachu, between maining Pikachu and Link. But I picked Pikachu. I forget who he picked. But we picked Great Bay, which I love that level. Between Tingle, with you can jump on his balloon into the turtle rising up, giving you a little extra space. Not to mention you could see the moon kind of slowly coming down and being picked up by the giants. It's just a great stage. It's a small stage, but it's great. And it was my first time playing the game, and I remember I kicked my friend's ass, and he thought I was cheating. I'm like, dude, how could I cheat? It's my first time playing the game. But for me, I'm very quick when it comes to games like puzzles. Like you have in World of Warcraft, they've got like the puzzle where you've got all these little arcane orbs with straight like the lines all over, and you kind of have to disconnect them to where none of them are touching. And I'll look at it, and within a few seconds, I've got it cleared. Pretty much in any game, if there's a puzzle, even if I don't read how the puzzle's supposed to be done or how it's supposed to be played, it doesn't take me long to figure it out. I'm really good with puzzles. But this guy, he just keeps, like Donkey Kong Bonanza. Because I haven't played it, but so I don't really know the specifics of the levels or the layers. But I think it's just a challenge where it's, make it to the goal. And in that game, DK can like tear out, the ground and like ride on it, and you do that and you can go faster. So he's supposed to tear it out, and there's like these, like the vines or stuff like that you're supposed to ride on. But if you stop or you slow down and it stops, it breaks, and then you'll start taking damage. And I think that I remember they had like bananas or something to kind of show you the direction that you're supposed to go. Nope, Phil. Nope, couldn't follow fucking directions. Despite the fact that I think this challenge was not at the beginning of the game, it was so he should have known the controls by that point. But he just kept making the same mistake over and over and over and over. And it's like, dude, this is something, it's Donkey Kong Bonanza. I don't understand. What am I doing wrong? First he like tries to run on the vines and just try to beat it through taking damage and using those invincibility frames. And then he gets the idea of, oh, let me tear out the ground and ride on that. But then he doesn't do the thing to where you can, push yourself to, speed it along. And then it slows down and breaks and he takes damage. He's like, this game fucking sucks. And that's the other thing. It's like every time the game, he starts sucking at the game, and suddenly it's the game that sucks. No, Phil, maybe it's you that sucks. But this is one of the more recent ones that's happened. But enjoy DarkSydePhil complaining.
Get some more support if we're going to do that. Number 2, over on Kick, we've got one person who supported all night, your future stepdad, and it was 1 sub. So from now on, I'm going to be very abundantly clear with all of you on Kick. Don't ever ask anything of me ever again. Don't ask for me to add you messages, new emotes, pop-ups, nothing. Because until people on Kick actually support the content, you get nothing. The YouTube side, you guys have been incredibly supportive and nice people. But the Kick side just sits here whining, bitching, complaining about things, wanting more, and doesn't support.
You want to know why, Phil? Come here. Because people want to watch a stream to see a person play the game. You spend more time asking for donations than you do playing the game. If you focused more on playing the game and less time looking at chat and like, all right, let's try to get some chats. It's been 30 minutes and no one's donated. If you did more gaming and less of that, you might get more. Now he said, well, I've experimented and people, they need to be reminded, and then blah, blah. No, they don't. Especially not for you, Phil. You don't have to remind him every 5 seconds. When he plays Pokemon, he played Pokemon. It's like, if you donate $20, you can have Pokemon named whatever you want, and I'll put it on my team. Or like with the Sonic, what is it? Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, or what are the fucking Sonic Racing game that just came out, along with Mario Kart World. It's like, oh, for a $10 donation, I'll play whatever character you want for like 3 races. And he just reminds you every 2 seconds. Whereas like most streamers would probably have some kind of pop-up in chat reminding everyone. No, he's got to make sure he keep looking over towards chat and like, by the way, just to make sure everyone knows, if you donate $10, you can pick what character I use, and we'll play. I'll use that character for 3 races or so. And then when he doesn't get any donations, he crashes out and throws a tantrum like a child. Like, Phil, go into streams assuming that you're not going to make anything. If you're playing well, and even if you're not playing well, it's like you don't even try. You sit there, you suck at the game, and then you blame the game. Oh, the game is too hard. This game fucking sucks. It's totally the game and not me. It's totally not my inability to focus on the game. It's the game. It's the game's cheating somehow.
So you get nothing, okay? Unless we get 50 subs by the end of tonight, now it will be 49. You're never getting text messages in your moral support ever again. So you got an hour left. Get to it. Or shut the fuck up forever. We're not going to listen to your bitching anymore. A lot of whiny people, demanding people who don't reciprocate. Okay. All right. Let me stretch quickly. Get some more support if we're going to do that. Number 2, over on...
Like, the dude thinks he's entitled to money because he plays the games. Again, if this dude spent more time playing the game than he did complaining about not getting donations or subs or whatever else, he might be a little better, you know, at those particular games. Because again, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Pokemon, these are games children can pick up and play with ease. And this dude somehow, nope.
Literally never, ever asked for contributions until my trolls ruined my YouTube channel and made it so I couldn't make a living on ad revenue. All the way up through that when they got me those false copyright strikes, which ruined my channel and made it so that I couldn't make a living on ads anymore, that's when I had to start asking for crowd support.
Again, asking for crowd support is one thing, but you go out of your way to make sure you pretty much mention it every second you can. And it goes from, you know, one of those things from, okay, he's just, you know, let's maybe support him because, you know, he's putting on a good stream for us, to, okay, why is he asking us like every 5 seconds? That's like all he's talking about. He's complaining about the game. And when he's not complaining about the game, he's complaining about not getting subs and getting donations. And people are going to be turned off to the idea, because it shows that you just care more about the donations. And this, you know, he is also, let's see if we can find one.
Now we are at like $10 of support. Not even. We're at $7 of support. For $7, geez, here you go. There's $7. An empty, devoid Seattle. That's what you get for $7 of support. I've been streaming for an hour.
Consider yourself lucky, Phil. At least you're getting something. This guy is also the same kind of guy who's like, oh, well, I was playing the game and I wasn't getting enough support for the game, so I'm just not going to play it anymore because we weren't getting enough donations. Like, Phil, you're supposed to play the game because you want to. The donations should come second. Like, I understand that you think this is a business and you need to follow the money, but clearly none of this is working out. Why haven't you just found a regular job at this point? You don't seem to like streaming very much anymore because not enough people donate. You don't seem to like half the games you play now. Oh, they're too hard. They suck and blah, 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 blah. So why not just get a real job? You know, if you're going to flip out on your audience, like most of them, you can say that, oh, well, they're not donating. They didn't have to be there. Like, fuck. They clearly care enough. Even if they're just trolls, they care enough to fucking show up. And all you do is like, oh, well, you're going to get nothing and like it because not enough people are donating. Well, I'm not going to play this game the next time because we didn't have enough turnout for it. And it's been only 30 minutes and there's been no subs or donations at all. You're really going to flip out over only 30 minutes and no donations? Are you fucking kidding me? What's this now? Well, people, you can't charge back.
How many goals did I hit today? None. Nada. Zilch. Okay, enough about the 30 subs, you fucking retards. Seriously. 30, but you got 30 subs today. Yeah, and the name from the 30 subs was a detractor fucking meme. Obviously, the person is going to charge back. That's why I didn't count it, and I didn't talk about it at all during the day because I'm not an idiot. What a dumb thing to say. Gee, someone dropped 30 subs with an outright insulting, stupid detractor name. Gee, I wonder if those subs are real. No! V. Souza with a $5 R. I don't even know what that is. What is R currency? I don't even know what the hell that is. Rubles? Ah, it's loud as fuck. Ah. R to USD. Here it is. So you get 5. That's the equivalent of 29 cents. I'm just going to ban you right now.
So someone donated money, but because it wasn't enough for him, oh, I'm going to ban them right now. Phil, do you understand how much of an asshole you fucking come across as when you do shit like that? You complain that people aren't donating money, and then when people do donate money, you're like, oh, it's not enough for me, I'm going to ban them. Did you ever think that maybe that's all they could afford to spend? I mean, I'm sure it was just kind of a troll move, but did you ever stop to think that maybe it was someone who wanted to support you, but just didn't have excess money? You ever think of that, Phil? Oh, no. It's not $20 or $25 or $30, so it's not enough for me. I'm just going to ban them because I'm a fucking scumbag. DSP is not begging at all today, not even once, despite saying, I don't care about what Admin Gold says about me. Seems like you do. DSP ends his boring-ass marathon looking at the bright side by being upset he only got $561.
You gotta look at the bright side of stuff. Even though I only had 5 shots today, which isn't a heck of a lot. You know, you're thinking, oh, we're gonna do way better than that for a marathon. Still way better than if I'd done a normal day. When you think about it, right? Making over $500 in one day, yeah, that's a great day. Okay, so
like, this is like one of the most ungrateful people I've ever fucking seen. But how are they both so athletic? They don't sit on stream daily begging for money to American fast food.
Holy crap, man. How this guy's so athletic? Both of them. You're making the fans suffer. We don't get our reward because Ashton called you out on not doing the reward. Why do we suffer? Because he's mean to you about it. What on earth makes you think that I even know that Ashton said a word about anything? I don't. I streamed. I was drunk. I stopped streaming. I went to spend time with my wife. I passed out. I woke up the next morning hungover. I had an omelet that gave me a stomach ache. I have no idea about anything you're talking about. The only reason I even know anyone's whining is because they're in the chat whining about it. Me, DSP tries it. Well, me, I don't care. I don't even know what else. You're the one who hyperfixates and focuses on all this toxic shit. You're the one who watches every piece of content and documents what each person has said in each place. I don't care. Really, people who are like positive people with lives and shit going on don't give a fuck about idiots on the internet crapping on them. Why would I? Have you not noticed that literally none of this?
Well, kind of ironic since you clearly do care, since you're clearly talking about it. Come on, Phil. Come on. But this is what Phil is. How for what, 15 years, this dude has been able to make money on the internet is fucking insane. It's insane. And why people continue to support a man who clearly doesn't fucking care. All he cares about is, all right, it's been 30 minutes since we've started. Let's see how many donations we can get. Does that say a man whose number one priority is providing a good experience? Doesn't seem like it. And I heard in one clip, he was like, oh, I do voice acting. And yeah, I do too. And I don't ask for a goddamn thing. I'm constantly doing voices for everyone. I mean, and do I sit here and ask and beg and cry for money? No. Sometimes, Phil, you do it just to entertain people. Okay? Maybe you should just do it to entertain and not expect anything. I understand you say, oh, well, this is my job, and that maybe you shouldn't make it your job. Maybe you should go get a real fucking job where you know you'll get paid. Because the longer you do this, you're just inviting those trolls in. You know that the people are going to troll you because you're very trollable and you're gullible as hell, and you clearly don't remember who you banned and who you haven't, because you'll ban someone and then you'll unban them because you don't remember why you banned them in the first place. And then this person trolls you again, and or you have someone who donates, but it's not enough for Phil, so I need to ban them. It's ridiculous. Clearly, you don't like streaming. You may sit here and say, oh, I like streaming, and a nice comfy setting where it's all nice and easy going, but you clearly don't, because the entire time, instead of making real conversation for the most part, you're fighting off trolls and fucking whining about donations and subs, and then you suck at the game, claim the game is cheating somehow. Yes, because every copy of whatever it is you're playing is personalized, and your game has always been made to just cheat and suck. I can see, like, all Nintendo games, Shigeru Miyamoto himself is overlooking the creation of your all the way back when they were cartridges. Now it's on disc, and he's like, oh, DarkSydePhil, we make a game a cheat. It's like the dude thinks the game is out to get him, even if it's a fucking Pokemon game. I've watched him play Ninja Gaiden, great game. And even Ninja Gaiden, it can be a little difficult. But it's not as difficult as he makes it seem. It's very much like a Devil May Cry. I can't remember which one it was, but it was like my first time playing a Devil May Cry game. And I picked up the controller and I just started playing, and they were like, how are you this good at it? I'm like, I don't know. This is my first time playing. So once, it doesn't take me very long to learn the buttons, like, oh, holding this and pressing that does that. Okay, boom, 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 boom. He does that, and boom, 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 boom. Since it's like a PlayStation, so it's like circle, 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 triangle does a combo, and then maybe circle, 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 square does another kind of, it doesn't take me very long to figure things out. But again, he gets deep into games a lot of the time, and he still doesn't seem to know how to play it. With bosses, it's like, after a while, if you're failing on the same boss, there's something wrong. The bosses are made to where, yeah, they might be challenging, but you pay attention to their patterns. If a child can do this, Phil, who's how old at this point, who considers himself a gamer, if he's unable to do this, and again, Ninja Gaiden, known to be a little difficult, but if you pay attention to what you're doing, and again, that's another where the with him, if he paid more attention to the game, like Ninja Gaiden, like the harder games like Ninja Gaiden, if he paid more attention to that rather than, all right, let's see how many more donations we can get. We've been streaming for an hour and a half, and we only have had 3 donations. If you cared more about the game than the donations, you'd be perfectly fine with every game. But it just boggles my mind that this man just begs and begs and it just expects it from his viewers. You should, like, for me, I'd be happy if anyone just showed up at all. I would just be happy seeing people. But no, it's like, oh, well, let's get as much money as possible, and if I don't get enough money, then I'm not going to play this game again, guys. So you better start donating. like the entitlement that this person has. You should want to be, no matter how long you've been streaming, you should be streaming to stream because you want to. Even if you have regulars, you want to keep up that same sort of attitude, so in case there is newcomers, you know, they're not getting this side of Phil of you know, having to listen to him beg every 5 seconds. You should just go stream and just play the game and have fun. Interact with them. If you get trolls, ignore them. You know, delete, you know, not delete them. Delete, delete, delete. Going all fucking meek at me. He's like, wait a minute, I have to go get a notebook real fast. And then he comes back and he's like, delete, delete, delete. And suddenly names are just dropping off and disappearing. And, you know, well, somebody get L on the line. We know who Kira is. But just the fact that he goes into these streams and expects people to pay, and when he doesn't get those payments and donations and whatever, he throws a hissy fit like a child, like, oh, I'm just not going to play the game again, or, oh, you guys get nothing and you lose. Good day, sirs. It's fucking ridiculous. Phil, you're how old? Grow the fuck up. Seriously, grow the fuck up. If you must have an ego, like Kaiba would fucking look at you and say that your ego is too fucking big. Man, and I thought my ego was big. I, Seto Kaiba, claim that your ego is bigger than mine. Like, like it's the entitlement that you have to think that you're entitled to donations. And every single one of these videos, different month, different year, but it's been this long-running thing of Phil coming out and having hissy fits because, oh no, I'm not getting enough money. And people are being mean to me in the chat, and they're trolling me. Oh, this person sent me what equals to 25 cents. Well, this person's getting banned. Gee, Phil, can't imagine why people don't want to donate to you. Can't fucking imagine. It's the biggest, largest conundrum, this mystery of modern times, of why people don't want to donate to him. I don't know. But anyway, that's going to do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.